¿Por qué hay gente de todo el mundo que desea conocer más detalles sobre esta oportunidad de negocio global? Porque saben que, tan cierto como que sale el sol, hay 1.500 millones de personas que se despiertan con dolor crónico, mientras otros miles de millones sufren dolores frecuentes como dolores de cabeza, lesiones y calambres. Y tan cierto como que se pone el sol, miles de millones de hombres y mujeres intentarán recordar cuándo empezaron a verse y sentirse viejos. También se preguntan si hay algo que puedan hacer al respecto. Y cada día, en todo el mundo, cuando sale y se pone el sol, miles de millones de familias se despiertan y se van a dormir con angustia financiera. Un dolor tan real que destroza familias. Sin embargo, en todo el mundo, la gente está descubriendo una empresa y un producto que ofrecen una solución sencilla. Se trata de un dispositivo médico de clase 1 llamado Power Strips, que alivia el dolor y mejora el aspecto y sensación de la piel. Personas de todas las clases sociales están descubriendo los beneficios de Power Strips y la libertad financiera que pueden aprovechar de esta gran oportunidad. Y el mercado está tomando buena nota. Desarrollado por un importante científico de una prestigiosa universidad, este producto patentado lo ofrece exclusivamente FG Express, una nueva división de una empresa que cotiza en bolsa desde hace 10 años.
제 소개를 간단하게 하겠습니다. 제 이름은 김민수이고요. 저는 세균의 내성 기전으로 박사학위를 받았으며 현재는 고려대학교 미래융합기술원 감염병 연구실의 박사로 있습니다.
Ever since my back surgery, I have been non-stop looking for something alternative that would help my back, whether it be diet, whether it be exercise, special beds, special devices, different medications, but I try not to get involved with the medication. I've been looking for something that's natural. And when these power strips were first given to me, I had become almost cynical because I was bitter and defeated from sitting on the bed visiting with my kids instead of playing in the yard visiting with my kids. So it's very personal. So when I first put the first one on, I forgot I had it on. I just did it out of courtesy. And the next morning I woke up and I got my clothes on, one leg at a time. And the first thing I noticed was, the first thing is I put my first leg in, but always when I put my second leg in, I have to lean on something because I trip and fall because I can't get my leg up and it hurts. Boom, it went right in. I ran to the office and looked for the rest of these power strips because I wanted to see if this was like accident, coincidence or what. And I'm not kidding you, they did not leave my side. I kept them in my backpack everywhere.
I was asked by my friend to go play a game of hockey, and I'd only skated once in my life, and I was warned and warned not to even go out on the ice. But I thought, what's the worst thing that can happen? You know, my butt will hurt the next day, I could fall a lot. And I thought, you know, I'll make a lot of people laugh. This will be a lot of fun.
I'm a former police officer. I'm also a veteran of Operation Iraqi Freedom and Enduring Freedom. And over the years, that lifestyle that has taken its toll on my knees.
I am a 58-year-old, in great shape person. Health has been a key part of my life for a very long period of time. And about 3 weeks ago, I severely damaged my right knee.
Broke my leg in 3 places. I have 8 pins in my ankle now. But I wake up every day with stiffness and pain.
I have torn ligaments in both knees, and I live with excruciating pain daily. Some days to the point where I can't walk, which is why I have Eva. She keeps me from falling down.
I could not absolutely walk from the bathroom to the bedroom. I mean, the pain was just so excruciatingly hurtful that you really couldn't even blow on the knee. I'm going to tell you, it was amazing. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I've had ongoing pain in the left side of my neck, It made sleeping very uncomfortable, not continuous hours of sleep at night usually, a lot of tossing and turning with my pillows, radiating pain from the ball of my spine, I believe, out through the other parts of my back.
You know, when you're in pain, you know, the only thing you want is relief. Muscle pain or a strain, all you want is relief. And you'll do almost anything for relief.
When Rick Basil contacted me and he said, you know, I think you should try these power strips because they're all natural, they're not a pill, they're not a prescription, and I think they can give you relief. And I said, yeah, I'm in. So I put it on that night, I put it right on my scar, and when I woke up the next morning, I can't even express to you how excited I was. I woke up and I went, oh my gosh, I don't have any more stiffness. It's gone. The pain relief was absolutely amazing in one day.
When I got the power strips, I put them on my legs, right above my knees. Within 1 hour, I was pain-free. Now, I've lived with this for 8 to 10 years. It hurts going up and down stairs just day to day. I can't function the way I'd like to. Within an hour of taking this, the pain being gone, I actually ran upstairs when my wife called me and it dawned on me there was no pain.
And I placed the strip on my knee. I'm watching TV, and again, I don't know exactly when the pain subsided because it wasn't like an abrupt type situation. It was very, you know, it was very casual. And I noticed that for once, within 2 weeks, there was no pain. Talk about being a miraculous situation. I was totally blown away.
I placed a power strip, the first one, on the actual pain, and the first day I felt some relief. I wasn't real certain if it was a power strip or I was just lucky that day. However, I decided to put it on where I believe the pain originated from, which was on that ball on my spine, the second patch, which would be the third day. And the relief I felt at that point over that next 24-hour period was phenomenal. And as you can see, this wasn't even what I put the patch on for, but I can do this now. I'm happy. The patch works. My pain is gone.
Mi nombre es María Adriana. Desde que yo estoy usando el parche me he sentido mejor, me he sentido bien, estoy activa, mi edad son 80 años y estoy bien, pues me siento muy bien, con mucho ánimo y sin dolores. Incluso yo sufro de artrosis y ya no me duelen las rodillas. Pero sí tengo que estar usando el parche para no tener ningún dolor y sentirme bien como me siento hasta actualmente. Muy bueno, lo recomiendo. Incluso para mi vida sexual también me ha hecho bien.
¿A los 80 años retomó su vida sexual?
Sí, a los 80 años retomé mi vida sexual.
Today I want to talk to you about the power strips by FG Express, and I want to talk about all the technologies that have been engineered into them. There are 5 of them. The first is the water-soluble adhesive. The second is the far infrared technology that is germanium-based. The third is Korean red ginseng, an important nutrient. The fourth is the alpha-3 CMP marine phytoplankton that is proprietary to our company. And the last thing I'll talk about is silver. The water-soluble technology that's been designed into the power strips by FG Express is critical. The strips are designed for regular use. And the patented process that's been used to design and to make this adhesive actually allows for a skin-friendly process. Most adhesives that are in this technology, in the transdermal technology, are actually pretty caustic to the skin. So if you use them on a regular basis, you get irritation. But in the case of the power strip, you have a water-soluble technology that is gentle on the skin. is much less likely to cause things like contact dermatitis, and a big bonus is that people with skin issues will be less sensitive to this adhesive. These are all very important things to understand because they've been designed for regular use. The next technology that I want to talk about is far infrared technology that is germanium based. Incorporated into the strip, into the base of the strip itself, are particles of germanium. Germanium is a naturally occurring element, but it has very interesting optical properties. It's understood by science that the body gives off energy in a spectrum of wavelengths. What germanium is able to do is actually absorb all of those wavelengths that are coming off the body and striking the patch, and refocus it and direct it back into the body, but in the far infrared spectrum. So the question is, what does far infrared do for the body? Reported in many medical studies is that far infrared actually activates the nitric oxide pathway. The nitric oxide pathway has many beneficial effects to the body, but chief among them is that it causes dilatation of the vessels, allowing for propagation of more blood, more oxygen to every cell in the body, and then it also helps the transport of all the metabolic wastes from cells out of the body. This is a critical technology. When the far infrared energy that's reflected back into the body activates the nitric oxide pathway, blood is delivered more readily to each cell in the body. What does this do? It allows for better oxygen to get to the body. It allows for nutrition to get to each cell, but it also helps the cell's health by allowing export of all the metabolic wastes that occur as the cell goes through its process of living, of doing its job. Korean red ginseng is used in the adhesive portion of the patch. And when the skin is prepared, the Korean red ginseng actually diffuses through the skin into the body. What does it do when it reaches the body? It does many things. One of the most important things it does is it manages pain. There is good evidence in the scientific literature that calcium channels are blocked in the sensory neurons that actually conduct pain. So what it's achieved is pain mitigation. Pain is diminished. It's not felt as readily. It's actually been shown to improve memory, to improve incorporation of memory, and actually recall. So it helps the whole intellectual process. There's additional evidence in the medical literature that regular use of Korean red ginseng actually helps improve the immune system. It also helps with managing stress. It also helps with relaxation. These things work together to create an amazing effect in the body when Korean red ginseng is used on a regular basis. The medical literature also has great evidence that Korean red ginseng helps with immune response, it helps with liver function, it helps you to manage stress better. There's even evidence that regular use of Korean red ginseng helps with anti-diabetic effects. Also, there's evidence that Korean red ginseng can normalize blood pressure. And what this means is that if you have an abnormally high blood pressure, it normalizes it low. If you have an abnormally low blood pressure, it normalizes it back higher. So it has an adaptogenic effect on blood pressure. And this is an amazing statement. Another thing they discuss in the medical literature and show excellent experiments for is for sexual dysfunction, not just in men, but in women. There's evidence that women with climacteric problems actually have relief from that by taking Korean red ginseng on a regular basis. Another technology incorporated into the FG Express power strips is the alpha-3 CMP marine phytoplankton. Now this is proprietary to this company, and that's important to know. Nobody else is going to have this. So what does the alpha CMP marine phytoplankton do for us? Well, it provides one of the best single sources of nutrition that's available in one place. There's also university studies that show that by taking this proprietary technology, this proprietary marine phytoplankton, that we boost our immune system, That same university study talks about elevated mood and an increased sense of well-being. Alpha-3 CMP marine phytoplankton provides almost complete nutrition. It provides all the building blocks, all the tools that the cells require to either restore health or to maintain health. Silver is another technology that's been developed for the FG Express power strips. Now, for more than 100 years, we've understood that silver has strong antimicrobial effects. In fact, 100 years ago, when they would draw water out of a well, often a silver coin would be introduced into it. Now, the people who did that weren't sure why they were doing that. But now we understand that what was going on is that silver was having a direct effect on the bacterial count in the water. It was also protecting against protozoal infections, fungi, and also viruses. Recent studies have shown that the silver functions as an antimicrobial in a certain way. What it tends to do is attack or adhere to the membrane of a bacteria or the cell wall of a fungus and actually inactivate or kill those species. So silver has been incorporated to provide for protection against infection. So as you see by the discussion of each of these technologies, that each one has been thoughtfully engineered to work together. But in some cases, some of these technologies actually synergize. They actually come together and create an effect that is greater than their components. For example, in far infrared technology that is germanium based, what occurs is that the nitric oxide pathway is turned on. We've talked about how that dilates vessels and allows for the delivery of more blood, more nutrition to each of the cells. Well, that's going on, but at the same time, the patch is also delivering the alpha-3 CMP marine phytoplankton, which is, as we've said, one of the most complete sources of nutrition on Earth. Taken together, the far infrared energy opens up the vessels and allows for delivery of this amazing nutritional element, the alpha-3 CMP marine phytoplankton, to every cell. This makes every cell in the body healthier, it allows it to function better, and it allows it to maintain health. So in summary, what I'd like to do is just mention each of these elements again so that you understand it in a global way. To begin with, we have the water-soluble, patented technology that's gentle on the skin, so it helps us with regular use. We also have germanium-based far infrared technology that activates the nitric oxide pathway. Third, we have the proprietary alpha-3 CMP marine phytoplankton that delivers almost complete nutrition. The Korean red ginseng that has been designed into the patch delivers many positive healthful effects. The medical literature bears this out. That's important to remember. The last technology is silver. Silver has been incorporated into this technology for a very important reason. It has strong antimicrobial effects. It's able to fight off infections from many bacteria, from many funguses, viruses, and even protozoa. Taken as a whole, each of these 5 amazing technologies have been thoughtfully and carefully engineered into FG Express power strips.
Mi nombre es Carlos García Taberna, soy médico especializado en medicina anti-aging y ortomolecular y quiero compartir con ustedes el hecho de que el primer día que me ponen los power strips realmente esperaba resultados pero no tan interesantes como los que tuve, ya dado que al tercer día de tener power strips adherido a mi cuerpo solucioné un problema de meses de un dolor crónico en el hombro derecho, meses de diferentes remedios, diferentes fármacos y tratamientos que no me habían aliviado en ningún momento. Ahora, más importante que eso todavía es esta enfermedad que me provoca estos nódulos acá en los dedos, esta enfermedad que se llama artritis con artrosis, que fue famoso la artrosis deformante que estuvo hace muchos años el doctor Christian Barnard, aquel profesor que hizo el primer trasplante cardíaco, le deformó las manos y tuvo que dejar de operar. Yo hoy no me duele absolutamente nada y el movimiento es completamente normal, me permite trabajar con toda tranquilidad, sin dolor, sin molestias. Por eso quiero destacar el efecto terapéutico que tiene las bandas o power strips. Y un concepto fundamental, que es el usar power strips en forma permanente. Yo uso 2 power strips en forma permanente